Hi there. In this video I'm gonna be talking about spheres. So you should already know from your Calculus 1 course that the equation of a circle centered at the origin with radius r is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Well, the equation of a sphere is not that different. So a sphere centered at the origin with radius r is gonna have this equation: x squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to r squared. And as you can see, like, these look similar. The only difference is that we have to account for the extra variable here, which is z. So let me give you the general formula for the equation of a sphere. Equation of a sphere centered at the point x naught, y naught, z naught with radius r is gonna have this formula, this equation: x minus x naught squared plus y minus y naught squared plus z minus z naught squared is equal to r squared. This is the general formula. So let's have an example. Let's say we have this equation: x minus 7 squared plus y plus 9 squared plus z minus 6 squared is equal to say 9. And we wanna show this graphically. We wanna draw this sphere. So first step would be to locate the center. And using this equation over here, I know that the center should be 7, negative 9, and 6. And since r squared is equal to 9, therefore the radius is equal to 3. So let's locate the center here. We're gonna move 7 units in the positive x direction, negative 9 units in the y direction, and then 6 units in the positive z direction. So this is going to be the center of our sphere. And the radius is equal to 3. Okay. Let's have more examples. So the name of the exercise is what does it represent. So I'm gonna give you an equation, and you should try to represent this equation graphically. The first equation is x squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 9. Well, we know that this is the equation of a sphere centered at the origin with radius 3. Okay. Alright, let's have another example. X squared plus y squared plus z squared is less than 9. So by looking at the equation, I know that this is an equation of a sphere, and it says here that the radius should be less than 3, because r squared is equal to 9, r is equal to 3, and the radius should be less than 3. So I'm looking for all the spheres with radii less than 3. So if I have a sphere with radius 2.999, that's included. If I have a sphere with radius 2.5, that's included, and so on. So we're gonna have, let's draw a bunch of them. So that's a sphere of radius, I don't know, 2.8, sphere of radius 1, sphere of radius 0.0001, and so on. So eventually you're gonna have an infinite number of spheres located inside the sphere. So we're gonna have to shade the entire region inside our original sphere, whose radius was 3. So we're gonna have to shade everything inside the sphere. of radius 3, and the sphere of radius 3 is not included in the region. That's why I have it represented here as dotted line. Okay. Let's do another example. Let's say we have x squared plus y squared plus z squared less than or equal to 9. Well, the only difference between this example and the one before it is that we have this equal sign over here. So we're looking for all the spheres with radius 3 or less than 3. So if I have a sphere of radius 3, that's included. If I have a sphere of radius 1, that's included, and so on. So you're gonna end up with an infinite number of spheres. So we're gonna have to shade the entire region, and the sphere of radius 3 is included in this case. So this will become our region here. This whole thing. Okay. Let's have another example. I guess this is D. I have x squared plus y squared plus z squared is bigger than 9. So in this case, I'm interested in all the spheres of radii bigger than 3. So if I have a sphere of radius 3, I'm not interested in this one. I'm interested in the spheres outside this sphere. So you're gonna have an infinite number of spheres of radii bigger than 3. So you're gonna end up shading the whole plane outside of this sphere. Everything outside. So you'll be shading the exterior of this sphere, and this sphere will be included. Okay. Let's do a last example. Equation, I guess that's E. It says x squared plus y squared plus z squared is bigger than or equal to 9. So in this case, the sphere of radius 3 is included, and I would have to shade it. So that's the sphere of radius 3. So it counts, and also everything outside counts. Alright. I hope this helps, and good luck.